All right. It says we're live. Hello, everybody. We are live and on the air. And we're going to pick up where we left off last week. I suppose all of you know by now that I did finally trace down the problem with my intermittent internet. And so, therefore, we do believe that we have solid internet coverage once and for all. And as you all know, Chris made the leaderboard, and she was going to tell us how she did that. And I have no idea. Hello, Jennifer. We have a new guest, someone who hasn't been here before. Welcome, Jennifer. Now, I don't know how you pronounce your name, Chartier. And also, anybody who wants to come across and play with us is welcome, unless Chris doesn't want anybody to come play.
The more the merrier.
Yeah, so you're welcome to come across and play with us. Raise your hand or give me a comment in the chat or whatever. Actually, the chat is the best. I'm monitoring the chat. So, Chris,
I'm here.
Take it away.
All right.
Tell us. Congratulations for making the leaderboard. Yes, sir, Craig. Thank you for congratulating her. And
well, you know that how long has Messenger been around? 4 or 5 years?
I have no idea, to be honest with you.
It seems like it, but you know, I've chatted with people for all these years, some regularly, some intermittently, but I've never asked them for anything. So I have gone back to all the people that I have been talking to in my messenger and starting up a conversation with them again, finding out how they are, you know, yada, yada, yada. And I finally just asked them, hey, I have a newsletter. Could I have an email address and I'll put you on it? And I have only had one no out of all of those. So I think that's pretty good. I still have a lot of people to go through, but it's not only Facebook. I have hundreds and hundreds of people on LinkedIn and Google Plus and Tumblr that I've never asked anything of them, but they know me, and that helps. So I would say that this is a lukewarm market for me. But my one thing that's been really great is Funnelizer. It has cemented things and, well, it's just made it so much easier. And if you would like, I could do a quick training on Funnelizer. I do have a person to put on a list, so I can show you how it works if you like.
That's fine with me. Bob says yes, and Larry says, "Can you adjust your camera so we can see your face?"
Is that better?
You're still trying to hide from us, Chris. I know.
I'm getting better.
I know. You put up a video yesterday where we could actually see you.
I know. I wasn't in the dark.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, so the thing that I don't quite get is the connection between Messenger and Facebook and Leaderboard and MLSP, and that's, I guess, what Funnelizer's doing. That's what you're going to tell us?
Funnelizer has just made it so easy. You can get their email address from them. You don't have to have them go somewhere and type it in. You can put it in yourself. Goes to Aweber and goes to MLSP, just as slick as anything. And
so you actually did the thing that we talked about, I think Bert talked about a week or so ago, of setting up Funnelizer with two connections, one connection into MLSP and one into your Aweber.
Yeah, and they have to be congruent, and there is a couple of steps that you have to take, and if you don't, I learned the hard way. I lost 9 leads that I would have had because I did not have this particular list set up correctly. So if you would like me to share my screen and show you what I've done, I'd love to.
Go for it.
All right.
Are there any dissenting agreements, any dissension out there?
Oh, take notes.
When you do this, do you do entire screen or just Google Hangout Google?
You know what? I've never done the Google Hangout Google. I've always done the entire screen. I don't know what happens if you do the other one.
All right, I'll do the entire screen.
Here we go.
Okay. Let me go over to Aweber first. Can you see my Aweber?
I can see it.
Okay, so I have these lists in here, and I've already set up this list that I'm going to show you how, this friends and family. So like I say, here's 9 leads. Because I did not have it set up correctly, I lost. So I would have been further up the leaderboard, don't you think? With 9 more. And so I've got this set up, and I've got the AW list thing that you take and put over into this list right here.
Okay.
This unique list ID.
Right.
You have to take that, copy that, and take it over to MLSP. So let's go over here to MLSP. And we're going to go under, let's see, on my autoresponders. And you can see I've already got a friends and family list set up over here. And it's got that unique ID already. All right.
Right.
Now, this is one very good piece that you need to know. You need to go into your CRM and set up a label for these people. And it doesn't really matter who you pick to do it with. You're just gonna click on somebody and you're gonna add a label and assign it to friends and family and create new label and save labels. Up. Assign to friends and family. Oh, okay, it's there. I just needed to refresh. And then I'll have to go back later and adjust this because obviously this gentleman already had a tag on him. But it's just important that you have a tag of some kind for the list that you're trying to bring in, because otherwise it will not go into MLSP from the funnelizer. And that was a piece that I just totally blew there.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
So how do you do that first? How do you give them a? So they're already in there first, right? Or how? I mean, I guess I'm mixing up how the order went right there.
No, this person happened to already be in there, but I needed a label that said friends and family. So it didn't matter who I picked. I just need a label within the CRM.
Okay, so if you have no labels set up inside the CRM, then nothing is going to happen.
You're not going to get your lead through the funnelizer.
Okay.
Okay? So like I say, it does not matter who you pick. Just pick the first person that you see on the page and set it up, because you can remove the label after you get it functioning correctly. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me go back to dashboard. I need to go back to MLSP.
And if anybody else has any questions, type them into the chat, or once again, I will add that if anyone else wants to come over and play live with us, I can bring you over. Just let me know.
Okay, now I do not have this list. I saved this list. I didn't do a funnelizer for it. So I'm going to create a funnel. I'm going to enter the funnel's name. Nobody sees that but you. And you can see that there's templates in here already. I'm just looking for an opt-in page on this one, and I use this one because it's simple. And I'm going to save and edit. Oh. When I get to this other part, I'll show you again why it's so important to have the label in there. You know, customize this any way you want. I'm just doing a simple, quick one. And
yeah,
this
because actually, no one's going to see this anyhow, right? It's just you just use it yourself.
Yeah, I'm just going to use it myself. However, my blog opt-in one, I am going to have it put onto my blog also.
Right. Okay.
But so, like you say, it's not going to. It is not going to be seen by anybody. That's actually over on this side somewhere. So but I'm not going to change all this right now. So let's say changes. And then we're going to edit integrations.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
There's a higher level that integrations has to be created in Funnelizer. There's integrations that have to be created before you actually create funnels. Is the MLSP automatically already there, or did you have to create it? Like you had to create the Aweber integration?
Yeah, I had to create them at the very, very beginning.
Okay.
Before my first funnel.
Okay.
So,
now that may be a point that people don't understand. Because you're in the process deep enough now, but that integration has already been created. Now it has to be assigned to the individual funnel.
Right. So here's Aweber and friends and families right there. Refresh it. Did it refresh? Yeah. Okay. Now this is why you need a label, because if you don't have a label, it is not going to show up in here. And it's still not showing up.
Should that be the same label, Chris?
There it is. No, it's going to friends and family.
Right, but isn't this friends and family in your Funnelizer as well, or not? I mean, so they don't have to be the same label.
But you've got to integrate it with MLSP.
Right, but it doesn't have to be called the same, right?
No, it has. This is the label that she assigned up in the CRM, in the contact manager.
Okay, so it has to be called the same.
It has to be called the same. See, I've got a bunch of them there for every different opt-in I've got.
Okay. And then each one goes to a separate list that you have.
That's right.
Okay.
Right. Okay, so we added that. Friends and family impression. And they're cool now. So those are integrated now. Save that. Now there's a neat little thing down here too, in case you were going to actually send somebody to your page. You can have them go to a URL if they tried to leave your page, and you can have them go to your website, you know. Which is kind of nice. Now, I certainly don't think I'm an expert on Funnelizer because I have not built a whole funnel. I've only used these. Okay, the page has been published. So I can close the editor. Okay, now here's another important thing. To get this running, you have to push the variation. And then start the variation. And then you publish the funnel and it is running. Okay, now go back to the front. And I should have my friends and family out here now. I do, and it's running. And now I can get my URL for it. And I take it and copy it.
Where did you find that, Chris? How did you get to that place where you found the URL?
Hold on, I'll go back and show you. But I just pasted this in because I'm going to show you that this works. See how pretty that is?
Yeah.
Okay, back to my funnels. We can close that. Okay, here's your friends and family. You just right click on it
Okay.
to get the URL.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, now I have somebody to put in here so we can do this whole process. This is an old friend of mine. We've been friends for, I don't know how many years. She says, oh, yes, I would love to know what you're doing every now and again. In fact, she even watched my video, and when I asked everybody to tell me their why, she did. Oh, what did I do? AOL. Can you believe anybody still uses AOL?
I get 500 free hours.
Do you? Okay, I gotta try Patty McKinley and do Patty. Okay. All right, it took me to the blog, so I did something wrong, guys.
Well, no, you put the URL in for the blog.
I did, but that's only if they left my page.
I don't think so. I think that's where they're going to be sent. But okay.
Yeah, but it didn't come in. See, I didn't get the lead. So what didn't I do right? I'm sorry.
No. Go back to the funnelizer. I think. I'll tell you what. Go back to funnelizer. Go back to the funnel and edit the funnel.
Yeah. Okay, what do you think I did wrong?
Well, just is everyone else having? Bob keeps bouncing in and out, and I think it's because you're making noise, Bob. So
I'm making noise. Okay, I can mute it.
And so the system thinks you're talking and shows you up. Go ahead, Chris. Go ahead. Go to your integrations.
Oh, MLSP didn't take.
Yeah.
That's why, because I forgot to.
Yeah, exactly.
I forgot to put added.
It's a little bit, right at that step, it's a little cranky. You have to be very careful to push all the buttons.
But I still don't know why this didn't work out here.
Mm-hmm.
Because all of them work. My other ones work.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. I have, now if I do leave the page, oops, I didn't save it, did I?
I don't know.
Hold on. I was doing so well.
It's okay. It's okay, Chris. It's okay. Deep breath. Take your time.
I gotta make sure I save that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really matter because I've got somebody else to put into one of my other lists so I can show you exactly how it works.
No, I believe it, but let's make this one work. We'll be there in about 30 seconds. Let's just go back to it. And to the integration.
Yep, I didn't save it, see?
Yeah, exactly. The integrations are a little cranky. They've got a little sticky problem there that they know about, they're supposedly working on. They don't always save correctly.
Okay, now they're both in there. But
Right.
what I didn't do was save changes.
No, yeah, exactly. That is a critical step.
Okay, publish changes.
Yes. And the reason I had you go back is because anyone else who tries to do that, these steps are critical. If we miss one step, then it doesn't save itself.
Well, you know, there's still one more critical step we have to do, too.
Mm-hmm.
After we get it all set up, we have to contact Aweber.
Well, that's a whole other thing. That's the confirmed opt-in issue.
Well, I know, but in fact, that's why this isn't working, Lynn.
Mm-hmm.
Because I haven't contacted them.
Mm-hmm.
They have to set it up. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you how it works with the other list.
Okay. So what happens now, so for anyone else who's listening, what happens right now is confirmed opt-in, even though you disabled it in Aweber, they're still trying to confirm the opt-in. So the lead isn't going into the Aweber list. The lead's going to get a confirmation request.
So that is why this didn't work, you guys, because I have not contacted Aweber on this one.
Yeah.
I will tell you, you can either call them, you can email them, or I used chat last time. They ask you for what the URL is. What you tell them is you're using a third-party opt-in page and you need the opt-in turned off. They'll ask for the URL and they'll turn it off.
Right. Good. I didn't know how to do that, by the way. I knew we had to call them, but I've never done it.
Okay, I didn't want that one. See, I have a bunch set up for my business and for people on the blog. This is my business people. I do have somebody to add here, so then I'll show you how quickly you get your lead. Okay, now let's. Okay, at click right here. See, congratulations, you have subscribed.
Mm-hmm.
Go into my email. Come on. Don't make a liar out of me now. It wouldn't have gone into spam. But I'll delete it while it's there. Ah, come on. Unless I put the email in wrong.
Well, while you're looking at that, Chris, I want to talk to Bob directly. Bob, may I have your attention, please? There's a feature in webinars on air that lets me add somebody, lets whoever's running a webinar add them as a panelist. And I didn't think the feature was working because I've got you added as a panelist in the Motivation Manifesto, but you haven't been showing up as a panelist. So I talked to Webinars on Air and I found out what the issue is. You, as a panelist, get a special opt-in link. So whatever email you want me to use, I can add you as a panel list, and you will get an email at that email address giving you a opt-in link that will bring you directly in as a panelist rather than us having to screw around bringing you across. Did you hear me, Bob?
He's muted.
Yes, I heard you. Yes, I was muted.
Okay.
Want me to type it in the chat?
Just tell me what email you want me to use.
Use the every 3 seconds at san.rr.com. Every the number 3, then seconds, seconds. At san.rr.com.
san.rr.com.
Huh?
Every 3 seconds at san.rr.com. Okay. So you should look for a special email there in about 10 minutes, right before the Motivation Manifesto, or 5 minutes or so, whenever.
Okay, you guys.
Okay?
My second one I put in, now look at my email.
Okay?
A Weber notification.
Okay?
My Lead System Pro new lead notification.
And show us your MLSP.
Yep, right there. And A Weber. So they're in A Weber, and they've been added as a lead to my Lead System Pro.
Oh, you just the email notification. Okay, fine. Okay, cool. Good job, Chris. You're rocking it. Anybody have any questions?
I'm stopping sharing now.
Alrighty. 3 minutes to the top of the hour. Anybody have any questions? Let's see.
Was that of any value to anybody?
Yes,
absolutely.
It was. I might contact you later on if I play with it a little bit.
Okay, no problem.
Absolutely. I actually haven't done it yet, so in fact, I had a couple questions about how it really works, and you showed me, but I would have figured it out, of course. But
yeah.
It's the double integration. The trick is there's a couple of tricks in the double integration that you have to use to get yourself there. But I have set up complete funnels in Funnelizer. It works pretty well, but there are a couple tricks in Funnelizer that you need to be aware of, and you just bumped into them today, but that's okay. Now, what you ought to do, Chris, is you ought to put a training video together, so you can do a training video and put it out there. And
well, you know, I've got Webinars on Air now. I ought to do my own hangout.
Great. Okay. Great. Super. Bob, what's the link for? I always get it backwards. What is the link for?
OnlyBeLove.com. Only be love.
Only be love. Sometimes I get be only love, and that doesn't work. No, I can't even type. OnlyBeLove.com. In a moment, I'm gonna push a redirect in a moment, but I think Craig, Larry, I don't know if you guys are on the Motivation Manifesto, and the other lady that was on here dropped off, so I guess she didn't want to learn about Funnelizer. I don't know. She didn't say anything. She just left. But we're off to the Motivation Manifesto here in 15 minutes, and we'll see you then. And for anyone who's able to, I'm on with Angel tonight at 5 o'clock. The Profit with Angel and Len webinar series that started last week, and it's going to pick up tonight and keep on going. So love to have you there if you can. And let's see.
And if anybody has any questions on anything, please feel free to contact me.
Great.
Thanks, Chris.
All right. Chris, put together a little training video.
I will.
And yeah, it'll be good. Just more stuff for you to do and put out there for content.
That's right.
So here we go. Here we go with the link to the Motivation Manifesto. I'm going to stop the broadcast in a moment, and thank you everybody for coming today. And woohoo! Our internet didn't go down.
Yay!
Talk later. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.